So you know how in the beginning of all of this, I had mentioned that Sincerely Be was going to be the podcast where we can unpack real and raw conversations? Well, today's episode is exactly that. Hola, mis hermosos, mis hermosas. I am so excited to be sitting down and chatting with you all once again, and I'm really excited about today's topic, to be honest. But before we jump into today's episode, let's do a quick little check-in. So if you guys are new here, I typically like to start off the episodes with just a few reflection questions. And what I love about these reflection questions is that you can really use them at any point in the week. You can ask yourself these questions at the beginning of the week, throughout the week, or at the end of the week. These questions just really help us reflect and connect within ourselves. And I just think reflecting with yourself is so important to just be checking in with yourself throughout the week. Okay, so typically I like to start off with 3 questions. Question number 1 is 3 things that you are grateful for. Number 2, how are you feeling? And number 3, what are you looking forward to? You can ask yourself these questions in any ways that you want. You don't have to ask yourself all these 3 questions all at once. You can really just spread them out throughout the week and just be checking in with yourself. All right, I'm going to be choosing to answer one of these questions. How are you feeling? I want to be real. I have been feeling very off this past week. And I know that I usually get on here and I try to spread very positive and encouraging and optimistic vibes, but hey, I'm only human and all I can really do is just reflect in myself and really ask myself why I'm feeling a certain way. But I also want to come on here and be super real with you guys that I don't always have it together. I'm not always that happy and positive girl and whatnot. I'm not saying that I'm going to be getting on here and just be spreading negativity and just be very obnoxious with my problems and everything, because I absolutely do not want to make this environment that. I don't ever want to come on here and portray anything negative that I'm feeling onto you guys, because I know that you guys are probably battling through your own challenges, and I would never want to use this platform to spread any sort of negativity to anybody. That being said, though, I do want to be real with you guys whenever I did have a bad week or something bad did happen, because I am a very optimistic type of person. I always try to see the good in things, and I always try to switch my perspective around as to why I'm feeling moody or negative or anything internally that I'm feeling that is not making me feel in a good way. I like to reflect on that. But also, like I said, I'm only human, and I'm gonna have off days, but I definitely want to share that with people because I know you might not be having a good day either, and we're here together and we can flip that narrative around and see whatever is going on in our life and turn it into something better and happier, and just remove ourselves from whatever negativity is trying to ruin that for us. But honestly, that's why I love these questions, because I do always ask myself how I'm feeling, what I'm grateful for, and what I'm looking forward to. Because this is what does make me understand why I'm feeling certain ways. And if you feel like you are constantly feeling in this negative mindset, or you're just in this negative environment, it's so healthy for you to actually sit down with yourself and be okay, I don't like feeling this way, and I'm not going to feel this way the next week or anything. So what is going on, and how can I change it and make my weeks better? So here I am, just letting you guys know that I had a very, very crappy previous week. Well, okay, not crappy, because I didn't have a crappy week. There was nothing wrong that happened, nothing bad that happened or anything. I personally just felt very off and very unbalanced. So I don't want to say that it was a crappy week. I just think I was just feeling very weird. And honestly, oh my gosh, literally, I felt like I was like on my period or something because everything was pissing me off. Any little comment, any little like remark at work, in my personal life, whatever, like everything was just literally pissing me off. And I was just like, I would look at people and I'd be like, I just wanted to say like, you're an idiot. And I never want to be that type of person where I'm just like, ugh, like you're an idiot, you know? Like honestly, like everything and anything was disrupting my peace. And that's when I know that my prayer life is not as strong as it should be. I typically like to start off my days with praying and my day with praying, like in the middle of the day praying. Like I just like talking to God. That's just how I roll in life, and that's really just what helps me get through my days. And I think I was just really like thinking I could just do this on my own, and it's so true when they say that the enemy tries to find any crack in the door to get through there and disrupt you in any way that he can. And last week just was one of those weeks where the enemy wanted to disrupt my peace, and I was like, heck to the no, I need to get it together because this is a me thing and it's no one else's fault. Like it's literally me, and I need to pray and I need to sit down and talk to God and really just hand it all to him and just, you know, not blame it on anybody else, because I know that all of this was myself. So I hope this week is just a lot better. I'm like grabbing my Bible. I am praying because I'm like, I don't like feeling that way. And I feel like I'm just at that point in my life where I know when I feel certain ways, I see everything in such a spiritual way right now in my life that just I don't need any sort of disturbance to my peace. And whatever tries to disturb me, I'm like, blocked. Have you guys seen that TikTok where you're just like, beep, 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 blocked? Yeah, that's what I'm doing to the enemy. Blocking them, because there is no way that I'm going to allow just like little things to ruin my day, or for me to be having like internally any like mean feelings or comments towards someone else that did absolutely nothing to me. So, you know what? We're working on it, and I really am praying that this week is just a lot better. So thanks you guys for listening to my little rant for today. I will definitely let you guys know how I'm feeling for next week. And I hope you guys are all doing really amazing too. And I hope you guys had an amazing weekend and you guys are having a good start to your week as well. Let's jump into today's episode. If you haven't seen the title to today's episode, it is a little bit about a lot. It's a little bit about a lot, but really I felt like this was a very important conversation to have, because I have just seen so many amazing people like grow and put themselves out there and step out of their comfort zone. And I think it's so amazing when I see individuals do this. And it's also really funny to just see that strangers will always support you more than the people who thought they knew you. Isn't it crazy though to think about how strangers on the internet or people that you just didn't even know are on the sideline just cheering you on, supporting you in your business, supporting you in whatever you have made of yourself, and there's like these strangers just being like, yeah, you go girl, you know, whatever it is. And then the people that you thought were in your corner really start showing their true colors once you start doing something different than what they were used to seeing you doing. But why is that? Like, why is that people who you thought that they were going to be cheering you on were really going to be the ones that were going to be supporting you in certain things? And then once you come out with something, once you excel from where you were, it's like they're the ones that are completely silent in your success. And honestly, there can be a lot of different things as to why these certain people are no longer supporting you, cheering you on, are staying silent, are not really reaching out to you anymore. There can be a lot of things. There can be a lot of reasons. But if we're being quite honest here, it can really be because they hate seeing you succeed. A lot of times we see this happening when you grow up with a certain friends group or in a certain environment, and you have decided to leave that friend group or that environment. And now you are doing something else. You are no longer stuck in your past, and you are no longer doing the same things that you used to do. And those people that were in your friend group, that were in that environment, are still stuck in that cycle. And they see you in a completely different environment with completely different friends, making your life better than it used to be. And the people that are getting to know you, that didn't know your past, that are meeting you where you are now in life, are like super amazing supporters, cheering you on and just wanting the best for you. And then your old friends that are still stuck in that same environment, in that environment that you no longer belong in, are probably talking behind your back, still talking about the old things that you used to do. Why? Because they can't seem to get out of that box. So they want to keep you in that box. And it's so sad, to be honest, that people just want to continue to keep you in this perception of, well, they used to do this, or oh my gosh, well, remember when they were like this, or oh, cuando hizo esto, and blah, blah, blah. And that's the thing that they just want to keep you in. So when people are talking of the good that you're doing, there's this little annoying bird being like, well, they weren't always like this. They used to do this, this, and this. And it's just crazy because it's like, is that what you're always going to think of me as? Like, it's crappy. Like, it's really crappy that you are trying to make yourself so much better, and there's always these honestly annoying people from your past that are always going to want to remind others of the messed up things that you did, or the crazy things that you have done in life, or things that you just no longer want to be reminded of. There's going to be those annoying people in your past that are always going to be bringing it up, and you're like, that's not me anymore. Like, that is not me. Why? I have let go of my past. You can let go of my past as well. But they can't, and they never will. Not until they remove themselves from that environment that you were able to remove yourself. That is the same exact stories that they're going to continue to tell everybody, and that is just how they are always going to be thinking of you, because they obviously cannot get their life together, and they cannot remove themselves from whatever situation keeps them in that little box. But you know what? Forget those people. Forget those people. Forget those people from your town that continue to try and put you down because they continue to be in that same cycle. Forget those people that you once used to hang out with and no longer hang out with because you knew that they did not benefit you. Forget those people that cannot get their life right and you decided to want to get your life right. So forget them. So let me put myself as an example, because I have very much felt like this. I have very much removed myself from situations, and I have definitely let go of those fake friends that I thought they were friends. So I can definitely put myself as an example because I have also been there. And I am definitely sure that there is a lot of people that definitely can relate. When I was telling a few people that I wanted to come out with a podcast, they were like, yeah, I'm so excited for you. Yes, you're going to kill it. You're going to do amazing. Tell me why, once I did do it, once I actually put action into my words, those people, silent. Those people no longer talk to me. Those people do not follow me, do not support me, are no longer cheering me on, are no longer being those little hype men that they were saying that they were. But hey, you know what? I am really glad that that happened, because I would have been thinking that I had people in my corner that this whole time were fake. This whole time they thought I wasn't going to do it and I was all talk, and I finally did it, and they were probably like, oh, damn, like she did it. It's so funny also because so many people stopped on following me that I thought, were cool. Like we were cool. Like there was nothing really that ever happened between us and whatnot. And it's funny that once I came out with the pod, that's when they decided to stop on following me. It's like, why don't you stop unfollowing me way sooner? And hey, if you stopped following me because you just thought I was annoying and obnoxious and you just didn't really want to keep up with me, hey, kudos to you. Better to unfollow than to, what's that one word that one of my youth told me? They're like, that's fan behavior. And I just cannot stop thinking about that. That is so funny to me because it's so true. Like it's better to just unfollow me than to just be lurking at my stuff but not really be supporting me. But hey, we grow, we learn, and we let go of those fake friends that were not meant to be in our path. And it is what it is. It shouldn't hurt you. Some friendship breakups can definitely hurt, but honestly, to me, it really didn't. And I feel really good about knowing who truly is supporting. But that's why it's so important to choose your friend group wisely. It's so important to get to the point in your life where you don't need to be friends with everybody and you don't need to get along with everybody. But you definitely have to be careful with the people that you are sharing your successes with, people that you are sharing things that you want to do. You have to be very careful about that because people want to see you do good, but never better than them. Never better than them. And once you start doing better than them, they will try and bring you down as much as possible because they cannot stand to see all the success and accomplishments that you have done. So that's when people start talking about your past, and that's when people start talking about like the things that you used to do. And we need to realize that the old you and the new you are completely opposite. They are no longer in the same freaking area code. I don't know, there's probably a better way to say it, but you need to let go of those people that when you are telling them about your accomplishments and their attitude completely changes, that is a red flag, and you should probably not be telling them about any sort of accomplishments, ideas, visions that you have for yourself because, girl, trust me, they are not wishing you well. You also need to stop hanging out with friends that if you bring an idea to them and they completely shut it down, or they are always looking at the, oh, what if, or like all of the negative little comments that you just absolutely do not need. That's another red flag, and you should probably not be telling them your ideas. You also need to stop hanging out with such small-minded people. If you are out here planning out your future, if you are out here always wanting to grow and do better for yourself, and the people that you are hanging out with continue to be in that same comfort zone and do not want to grow, I'm sorry to break it to you, but there is a high chance that if you continue to surround yourself with those sort of people, it is most likely that you will not grow yourself because you're going to be sucked into that mindset. And hey, maybe you are that one person that can definitely change their mindset, but if they are like those people that just like are super hard-headed and do not change their ways, no matter what you say, how you put it out to them or anything like that, they will just not understand because that is not how they are wired. They're wired to be comfortable. They're wired to just stay the way they are. They're wired to not have to fight to become better. They're wired to just stay as they are. And it's like, why? If they're already doing amazing in life and everything, that would be a whole different conversation. But it's like, if they don't want to grow and become better, why in the world are you surrounding yourself with those type of people? And hey, I get it. It's hard to break that cycle. It's hard to remove yourself from that sort of environment because it's something that you're so used to. So it becomes really scary when you're in a room full of these folks that you have known for the longest time and you look around and you're just like, I just don't belong here anymore. Like, and some people do have that strength to be able to just be like, you know what? These peeps aren't for me. And there's some people that it does take a little longer to break that and just walk away and no longer talk to them. But if you know that you want better, that you deserve better, that you are meant for something better, it's time to cut ties with those people that are holding you back. And at the end of the day, you don't have to talk bad about those people because their actions will speak for them. So don't become that person that because they're talking bad about you, you're going to talk bad about them. Don't be that person. If you know that, one of your old friends is talking bad about you and they're trying to make you look so bad to other people, let it be, because you know exactly who you are now and you're no longer that person that they're talking about. You don't know that person. That person is no longer in the same damn area code that you are living in. The old you is gone. It's poof. It's no longer even in your living. Like, who? Excuse me, who? Who are you talking about? So many people just want to bring you back to where you once were. And sometimes when you allow people, they will, because you're like, oh my gosh, like maybe I am trying too much and like it's never gonna succeed for me or anything. But most of the time, when people have removed themselves from a certain environment, it's because they know that they can do way better than what they're stuck in. Whether it's in a relationship, whether it's with a friend group, whether it's with your family, whatever it is, when you know that you need to cut ties with them and it's time to let go, 99.9% of the time, you never look back. You never look back from that decision because you knew that that was probably one of the best decisions you have done for yourself. So if those friends that you thought were friends are not the ones cheering for you, are not the ones supporting you, are staying completely silent when you are now in this new beautiful journey of yours, girl, that was your sign to cut ties with them. They do not belong in this new journey that you're on. And hey, it's gonna go way better for you than to have fake people on your side. So this one was a short one, but I felt like it was super necessary to chat about because I just see so many amazing people building their life up. And you know what? If you're not getting that support from who you expected, you're gonna get the support from who you need it from. Thank you guys so much for staying tuned in this week's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Can't wait to chat with you all on our next episode. Sincerely,